that's a really good question. Let me go find out the answer for you and I'll get back to you. That was a really good question. Wonder who I can ask about that. Oh, I've got it. Here we go, come on. Knock, knock. Dane, I have a question. I need some help. Okay, I have a customer who's having trouble with their Featherlite hand controls. They're saying that they're too touchy. They used to drive with traditionals, and we've just upgraded them.
Tara, you should know this, but I'll explain it again. Let's go to the conference room.
Okay, Dane, so I do know that there's ways to help our customer who's having trouble with the Featherlite and finding it too touchy to drive with. So I know we have options like city mode.
So is this a hand control or is this a left foot accelerator?
This is a hand control.
Okay. So you have two options that we can do to change how the hand control operates from a throttle perspective. The first option is to adjust the spring tension, and we usually recommend this first. So by adjusting the spring tension, it makes the hand control a little bit stiffer to control throttle, and by extension, it makes it so that the hand control feels less sensitive. The second option is city mode. What city mode does is reduces the throttle by 50%. So it means when you go to 100% on your hand control, it's only outputting what 50% of the OEM pedal would look like. Let me grab a display stand and a city mode push button, and I can show you.
Perfect. Okay, Dane, I know that when we send our hand controls out, we send them out at minimum tension. Tell me why that's an issue if we don't do the tension adjustment when this is delivered to a customer.
So for a lot of customers, the minimum tension is good. It's great for them driving. Every once in a while you have a customer, especially if you have someone that's transferring from mechanical hand controls to Featherlite, where they want a little bit more tension. So feel that hand control right now.
Oh, yeah.
You feel how light that is? That's around where we send the minimum tension. Okay. But let's say you have someone that's transferring from mechanicals and they're used to applying more force.
Right.
So I'm going to show you how to adjust the spring tension. It's so easy. I hate to say it, but even you could do this one.
That's rude.
So all we're going to do is loosen off the spring tension washer.
Okay.
Then we're going to rotate it down to a lower position. Now this is a display stand, so it doesn't have the marking, but typically our hand controls have a minimum tension line.
Right.
You can't go above the minimum tension with that set screw. We can always go below, so you can always increase the tension. And like I said, we send them out with the minimum tension.
Right.
And go ahead, feel that now.
Oh yeah, it feels a lot more like a traditional control.
So that will give you a little bit more force on there, and for a lot of people, that will make it feel less sensitive. That force feedback. So the second way, and I grabbed a city mode push button, is that we can install city mode. Really cool about this is that it can be installed after the original hand control install, or it can be installed when you originally install the hand control.
Right.
So it's just a push button. It plugs into our SCM, needs to be mounted on the vehicle.
I love push buttons.
And when you press that push button, you can see the push button latched in.
Yeah.
It will light up orange when it's installed. And that means that you have 50% reduced throttle. And then you simply press it again, you're back to 100%. And that can be done at any point during the driving cycle. So if on the highway, they don't have those issues, they can remove city mode as they're going on the on-ramp. Once they hit town again, they can press it, and then they have that 50% reduced throttle, so they have all that dexterity in parking lots and in town driving scenarios.
So Dane, who would city mode be best for? Like what kind of customer would I offer city mode to?
I think that most every customer could benefit in certain situations from city mode, especially with parking. I can give an example that I've tested a lot of hand controls, but I'm a very jerky hand control driver. So when I put city mode on, it kind of smooths out my start and stops.
Oh, okay. So anytime. These are a really inexpensive add-on for your customer if you add them on at the time you're putting the controls in.
Yeah, it saves in the installation time because you already have the dash out. You just need to drill another hole. But again, you can't add it after the fact, but you still have to pull the stuff down and then re-add it. So you're a little bit more labor.
Perfect. So these are a lot of good solutions for a customer who maybe is having a little bit of a tougher time transitioning to the Featherlite controls.
100%.
So Dane, just before you go back to work, because I mean, I know you say you're busy. I'm super excited. Our dealers have been asking about new tech training, especially now that we've launched 3.0. So can you tell me what you guys have been up to?
So really cool. We've been doing it for a while. We've reshot a lot of our videos, higher quality, a little bit more concise to get you the information you need quicker. Hand control install is the same, but a lot of the footage is more concise and again, higher quality. The electronics have changed with the 3.0.
Right.
So we had to do something to train you on the 3.0 electronics. So that's all new electronic brake lock as well. Hansen goes through a lot of really cool tips and tricks to make sure your installs are done properly and quicker.
Awesome.
So that should be live here very soon. We're just testing out everything right now to make sure everything's perfect. So hang tight. You should be seeing emails from that with it launching here very soon.
That's super exciting. It was really a huge project, and Hansen and Dane spent a lot of hours working on this new training program. So I'm really excited to launch it to all my dealers so that you get the best training for your technicians.
I also want to give credit too. So we've just hired on a videographer. I'm gonna steal the camera from Joel for a sec. This is kind of the guy behind the curtain. And he's got an assistant today who's doing some of the lighting. So we've really increased our setup. You should see a lot more media and a lot higher quality media from us coming in the future.
I mean, it makes sense. I am pretty famous now.